If you have $1 million account and you're wondering about how to trade it, I did a video about how I might approach that with one way of generating income for an account of that size. It involved selling strangles in high price stocks with relatively high volatility to generate positive theta. And if you want to go look at that, it's on our tastylive playlist, the Cherry Bomb playlist. One of the questions that comes up though is, okay, I saw these strangles, I'm generating theta, then what? Okay, what am I supposed to do with these things? Do I let them go to expiration? What if they're losing money? What if the stock moves beyond one of the strike prices? What if it's profitable? Should I just take the profit and what do I do next? Let's go over a couple of very basic approaches to how to manage this stuff, because that's a great question, and that's what again defines traders. Okay, a trader manages his or her positions, looks at the market, looks at what's going on, makes adjustments as necessary to achieve whatever profit goal he or she is looking for. So let's take a look. Well, before I go looking at the specific trades, let's just outline a couple of things. The obvious is a trade is going to be a winner or a loser. It's either going to be profitable or not. Okay, and you're going to maybe treat each one of those, the winners, different from the losers. Okay. The other point is that theta, what we're trying to generate for that $1 million portfolio to generate the profits, is going to change over time. It's going to move higher or lower, depending on where the stock price moves to, the days to expiration, what volatility is done. It's going to change, and we don't need to get into the nuts and bolts of how and why it changes right now. We'll do that in another video. But for now, you have these strangles on. They've generated some theta. Let's take a look and see how you might manage them. One of the things I was looking at was a short strangle in Meta. I was looking at with this expiration, selling the 620 call, selling the 520 put, and that took in I think about a little over $27, about $27 of credit on that. It was generating $69 of theta. Fast forward to today. Okay, stock price is. Let's take a look at Meta. What has Meta done? Let's go look at this. Yeah, okay, Meta's down a little bit. It's this is a minute chart. Let's go here. It's very easy to manipulate these charts. It's basically traded in a range since we did that video. So this is the short strangle. It's now trading for, let's say, $24.85. So it is slightly profitable. It's making about $2.50 a profit. So $250 per strangle. Okay, no problem. It's a winning trade. How would I manage this? It's generating $82 of theta right now. It was generating $69, so $13 less. Back when we looked at this trade, it had about 31 days to expiration, something like that. Now it has 39 days. Now it has 29 days, so 10 days have passed. It's generating a little bit more theta. It's slightly profitable right now. Again, knowing nothing, I'm not worrying about which direction Meta might go, but I would consider holding on to this for another week. Go down to 21 days to expiration. Why? 21 days between that longer dated option with 39 to 45 or 50 or so, selling options out there, selling strangles out in those further expirations and taking them off or rolling them or managing them when they have 21 days is a good balance between the amount of theta you can generate versus the rate of theta. So again, let's take a look and see what happens. So I have this trade on. This is, I'm looking at this trade now. All I'm going to do is I'm going to move the expiration down to, is there a 21 day for me? No, there's just the 22s. Okay. So we'll open up the 22s. I changed this to the 22-day expiration. Look at it now. Okay, now it's $11. So it's increased in the profit has jumped considerably. Okay. If Meta stays in between 520 and 620. That's the big if. So in this case, I would consider holding it to potentially generate some more theta, but profit. But look at what happened to my theta. Now it's only $60. Okay, it was 82. I started off. It was 69. That's pretty good. Now it's 82. If I go out another 9 days on this, or 7 days, excuse me, 7 days on this, it goes down to $60. So it's less than even when I started on the trade. Okay, what would I do with this? I would roll this, assuming I still think that Meta might trade in a range and that it has decent volatility, all other things being equal. What I would do is push this out to a further expiration, going down to, I don't want these, let's go to 30 strikes. Let's go out to 43 days. And I'll advance this out to this, the 620, 550. Let's go to a few more strikes. And again, by the way, folks, this is what trading looks like. It's going through a lot of possibilities, looking for a decent trade. So the lowest strike here is 550. Do I like that? No, I don't like that necessarily. I'd like to go a little bit further out. And I would also, because this is generating about 71, I might push this out to the 645 calls. I'd stretch this out to make the options roughly equivalent, and get my theta back to 67, which is close to what I started with when I first put this on 10 days ago, 69 theta. Now I'm rolling it out and getting 67. I'll think about where I'm buying that spread back for. If I buy it back today, let's say, and pay $24.85, and I sell the next one for $31.35, I'm rolling it out to the August weekly expiration. I'm collecting about $6.50 or $6.90 or so of credit. That's good. Rolling for a credit is a good thing. Okay, it books a profit and gives me a little bit more padding out on that 43-day to expiration. So that's how I would manage a winning trade. Let's say this were a losing trade. Let's see what happened in. I was looking at a trade in Micron. Micron, it was short, same expiration with 29 days. It was short the 935 put, and they were way out of the money. I remember because Micron is sold off. They were the 1620 calls. Okay, so short this strangle, sold it for $100, about 107 credit, and it was generating $320 of theta per day. Pretty steep. Now it's trading for 97.50, let's say 97.60. So if I could buy it back, I'd make about $9.50 of profit, just profit on the short strangle. My theta, though, is now dropping down to 241. It used to be 320. Now I'm generating a lot less theta. Okay. Remember, Meta, I was generating more theta than when I put the trade on. So in this case, and this is what Micron's done, by the way. Micron has had a massive sell-off here. And yeah, I mean, it stayed within the range of the short strangle. Volatility dropped a little bit from here. I like this implied volatility chart. That's what volatility's done. So both those things, the fact that it stayed in the range and volatility dropped, has helped that short strangle. But in this case, what would I do? If the short put were threatened, let's say Micron drops down another $40, and this thing is trading in the money. And the only reason this trade's profitable, this puts a big losing trade, we're getting so much, it just killed these calls. These calls were much higher priced. What I would consider doing if I wanted to maintain this 29-day position is I would roll this down, potentially roll down the winning side. So they're choices. I can roll this down. I'd buy this trade. I'd buy this back. Let's clear this out. I'd buy this 1620 call back, and I would sell maybe the go down here and maybe sell the 1200s, or I'd go for a little bit higher probably. Let's go. Let's do the 1120s. I'd sell these and generate $50 of credit. Okay. That would also begin to, and if I were short the 1120, 935 put, that's now generating $359 of theta, even higher than my 320, the one I started off this trade. That's one way of managing it. Another way is to, in this case, let's say this trade was a losing trade, the 935. Let's say it's threatening my 935s. I'll roll the whole thing out I'll buy this back. I will buy the 1620 calls back, buy the 935 puts back, okay? Buy these back for 95, and I'll go out to the August weekly expiration. Maybe, yeah, I'll see what 43 days gets me. And I'll try to generate a credit for doing this. And again, we're a little bit limited to what the strikes are giving me. Yeah, we're not getting a lot of strikes in the 43 days. Let's go out to the 50s where we have a little bit more room to play. So I'll sell, buying that for 95. Maybe I'll sell the 770s, $50, and the 1280s. Okay, so I sell that. And what am I doing? I'm doing this for an $8.48 credit, meaning just like in Meta, rolling it is generating a profit. That's a good thing, okay? And if I'm left with this, and this is the price of the roll. So the theta, I'm actually losing a little bit of theta with the roll. Let's clear this out. This is the 1280, 770. Let's just do the 1280 call 7. Let's see what the numbers are for that. And 770. That's generating $223 of theta for 103 credit. Not as much as when I first started out. And if I'm looking to get higher theta, what I would do then, and this is what you would do, what I would do before I rolled. I would see what trade do I want to get into before I roll. So I'll roll into whatever the trade is. If I go down to the 1230, no, the vaults, yeah, theta's not giving me that much right now. Partly because it's got more days to expiration than when we put the trade on. So I'd be happy with about a $230 theta because that's going to grow over time. Here's the deal. There's no right answer of how to manage these things. There are choices. I'm basing this whole discussion on thinking that Meta and Micron are going to stay in those ranges for the next few weeks, next month, let's say, and that I'm going to steadily generate theta on those trades, and that I might be lucky enough to have some profits on the trade. In other words, I can buy those short strangles back. That's the assumption. You may think, no, I think Meta's going to crash from here. I think Micron's going to crash from here. Okay, don't do these trades. Take the trade. If they're profitable, take the profits and take your money and move it to somewhere else. Find another high-priced, high-volatility stock to sell some strangles in to generate theta. If you decide to roll the trades, you have a losing trade on the short strangle. It stinks. You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. A losing trade is a losing trade. What you're trying to do is make future winning trades to offset that losing trade. If you still like the idea that Micron or Meta will stay in a range, rolling to a further expiration. Once you put the trade on with, let's say, 39 days to go, and now it has 29 days or 21 days, roll out to the expiration that has, either 39 days or 43 days or 50 days, going out into that, 40 to 50 day to expiration range. Reestablish before you do the trade. You can enter orders in on the platform and see what the theta numbers are. Do I like that position? If I didn't have any position at all, would I enter that position right now? If yes, roll that losing trade to the position you want in the further expiration. So in that case, you would eat a loss, probably, maybe, depending on what the credits are and all that stuff. But you'll still be generating theta. So you will have losing trades on this short strangle approach. Like I said, this is one way to trade $1 million, and this is one way of managing it. So you've got a winning trade, take the trade off, and try to reestablish that short strangle. We're generating the required theta for that symbol. If it's a loser, okay, I can take the trade off, move on to another trade, or I can roll down the winning side. In other words, if Micron had dropped, is threatening my short put, I'll roll the short call to a lower strike, generate more credit and higher theta, or I'll roll the whole thing to a further expiration. And again, doing the exercise, I will go to that further expiration first, determine which strikes I want to land in when I roll, and that's the roll. I buy back the existing position, sell out the new position as one single trade. So none of this is a trade recommendation. This is one approach to managing short strangles. If you do decide to do this stuff, please do not take any more risk than you are comfortable with.